Welcome back to the BJack 70 show. I'm your host, Brandon Jackson. And what a weekend it was in college football, NFL football, just football in general, man. It was exciting. There was a lot happening. But we are here. We are here for Takeaway Tuesday. Um, talk about my biggest takeaways from NFL Week 6. Um, gonna get into recapping Brandon's bets a little bit later because the Monday night football game that I bet on is still finishing up. So once that's done, we will talk about Brandon's bets in full. Hopefully, it's a better result than last week, but at the time, as of right now, we can only tie last week. That's worst case scenario is tying last week. But anyway, we'll get into that later. It's as I'm recording, it's 6 minutes left in the Monday Night Football game. Need Jaden Daniels to get a couple more points right here. But while you're here, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you following. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you subscribing. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Like the video. Yeah, everybody that came over from seeing me on Quincy's channel, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you enjoy the content. We have fun over here. When I say we, it's just me and you, whoever's watching, but appreciate you being here. But let's get into takeaway Tuesday, man. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns, man. Is it over? It feels like the timer is up on Kevin Stefanski. Feels like the time is either up, running out. It's not a great feeling regarding Kevin Stefanski, and it hasn't been for a good while now. The team can't score at all. They can't score over 17 points. Has been what back into 2023 at this point feels like. Um, but yeah, it feels like his days are numbered in Cleveland. But he's still here. Still said he's going to call the plays. Um, and at this point, I don't even really know what to say about this Cleveland Browns team. Like the biggest takeaway is that this team is just rudderless, hopeless. Um, there's no, there's little hope. There's little hope because the rookie class was so good. Besides what seems to be the quarterbacks right now, but running back was good, tight end was good, defensive tackles were good, linebacker excellent. Um, that gives you some hope. That gives you some hope going forward from this team, but nothing else really inspires hope. Stefanski is the coach, is the play caller. Not great. This O line, if you watched me on Quincy's channel, we talked about it. This line has deteriorated, and I can't even say quickly, like it's been coming. Um, with no tackles, the tackles that they did get are injury prone. The middle three, the veterans on this old line, Batonio and Wyatt Teller, have just deteriorated into from a from A level players to Pro Bowl players to just dudes out there on the O line. Um, if you watch these plays, there's play actions and the quarterback is going the wrong way. Receivers aren't looking for the ball, it's being thrown off their helmet, and then they're getting mad at everybody else as to why they didn't see the ball coming. Like it's insane. Um the the offensive tackle situation, something has to be done. Something has to be done. The tackle that we traded for can't stop false starting. Um, and his backup that came in for Jack Conklin refuses to block anybody. He refuses to block anybody. I don't know what goes on in these offensive line meetings, but Every time there's a little bit of movement from a defensive line or a blitzer coming or a blitzer acting like he's coming, number 72, KT Leviston, refuses to block the person in front of him and just goes to block somebody else's man or just block air, just air. Refuses to block anybody. This can't go on. This can't go on. He can't keep getting away with it. They have no other choice. Is the problem like this tackle situation? We have the worst two tackles playing football in America right now. Cam Robinson and KT Levison are the worst two tackles in America playing football right now. And when I say America, I'm including NFL, I'm including UFL, I'm including college football, I'm including high school. Jaden Daniels just fumbled the ball. This has nothing to do with that, but I'm watching the game right behind camera. Uh, not looking great. Not looking great for the spread right now. Um, but anyway, this Browns team, it's way worse. It's way worse than we anticipated the year being because we at least thought we could get a little something going because we might not have the worst quarterback play in the league, which we did last year, but now we might not necessarily have the worst quarterback play, but we do absolutely have the worst left tackle play. This feels like historically bad left tackle play by whoever they choose to put right there. And there's nothing that can be done right now because they tried to trade for one. There's nobody that's on the street that could do this. Like if there's anybody on the street that could do it, they would be signed by now. Like, do you try? Like, can Jason Peters still play? Like, I know he retired. Like, I think he retired, but can he still do it? Can we get him to do it? Honest to God, when is Jed Wills healthy? Because damn it, that literally might be the answer. Um, it, it's it's unseemly, it's untenable. Like this can't go on. This can't go on. And I can sit up here and I could talk all day about how bad this Browns team is. The defense isn't holding up their end of the bargain either. Um, where like Miles Garrett the first 4 weeks of the season, fantastic. Where has he been the last two? Miles, will the real Miles Garrett please stand up? Would appreciate it. But what can you do? Like there's as people have talked about, there's no real reason to fire Kevin Stefanski in the middle of the season, other than to satiate the fan base, but the fan base has proved we don't really know what we want. We don't really know what's good for the team either. Um, Front office might not know, but we definitely don't know. So I don't think he's going to get fired during the season. We'll see what happens by the end of the season, but my God, it's only week 6. Week 6 only just passed. This 12 more weeks of this feels impossible. It feels impossible. It can't keep going on like this. And me personally, at this point, I'm glad Shador is not playing. Keep him as far away from this Browns offense as possible because he's going to get in there. He's going to look terrible. The offensive line isn't going to block. The receivers aren't going to get open. The receivers aren't going to catch. If they do get open, they're going to drop it. Um, if they even look for the ball, if a pass gets attempted because the tackle didn't block anybody, if the snap gets there, if it's a play action, if the bat goes the correct way. Like we don't. Nothing on this offense works. Nothing on this offense works except Quinshon Judkins here and there. But it didn't work against the Steelers. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. This is really just a venting session. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers, Sway. You don't have them. It like I don't know. I really don't even know what else to say at this point, but feels like Kevin's time is up. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. Um but it's ugly right now. It's ugly right now. On a positive note, my second takeaway, the Kansas City Chiefs, who are a staple of Brandon's bets. That offense looks like it's back humming. And week 7, you know what that means. Demon home, demon home. Rasheed Rice coming back. It's time, baby. It's time. So offense is rolling. Patrick Mahomes looking like old Patrick Mahomes again. The defense played well against the Detroit Lions team that some people thought was one of the best in the league. I thought was one of the best in the league. As a team, their offense is still one of the best in the league, but Kansas City had a good defensive night against them. Um, yeah, this Kansas City Chiefs team, they're 3-3, but you have to take them seriously. When they got 15 at quarterback, you have to take them seriously. And I don't care what the record is, as long as they get in the playoffs, they can win it from whatever spot. And at this point, they're going to be in the playoffs. The AFC is wide open. Buffalo just lost 2 in a row. They're not a great team. Um, Josh can do whatever he wants to do, but is he it's tough. It's tough year after year after year after year to carry teams on your back like that. Um, and it's been a down 2 weeks for Buffalo, but I think they'll be all right. They'll obviously be in the playoffs. They'll be cool. Baltimore, they might be in too big of a hole. They're going into the bye week. They say Lamar is going to be back after the bye week, but we'll see. You hope he comes back, but have they dug themselves too big of a hole? Maybe. Who else in the AFC? Do I have to take the Indianapolis Colts seriously yet? I hope not. Do I have to take the Jacksonville Jaguars seriously? No, you don't. I definitely don't, and I'm not going to, and you won't make me. Even though I did try to take them seriously before the year started and picked them to go to the playoffs. I think I even picked them to win the division. Nah, I just said playoffs. I picked the Texans to win the division, I think. Um, yeah, I'm not taking them seriously. But this AFC conference is wide open, and nobody better than Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to take advantage of that. Oh, Chargers, not believing in them. So, never. Well, I won't say never because I did for a little bit, but it would take a lot for me to re-believe, and I don't know if they're going to show me. It's going to take a lot for that to happen. I don't think I'm going to be back on that bandwagon. So if you ask me, I believe in the Chiefs. I still kind of believe in the Bills. They'll make the playoffs. Other than that, man, like Patriots cool, but I don't think they're world beaters or anything like that. Um, yeah, man, it's the Chiefs are inevitable, like Thanos. So that's takeaway number two. Takeaway number three is Baker Mayfield is the MVP. He's the MVP. Like the odds, like by this time the odds will be out. I think it's Patrick one, which shouldn't be, and is Josh and Baker tied for two. Baker Mayfield needs to be at the top of that list because if it ended today, Baker Mayfield, not only MVP, unanimous MVP, first team All Pro quarterback, Baker Mayfield because he keeps getting it done. He keeps producing and losing receivers every drive, seemingly. Emeka Ibuka went down, I think, in the second quarter on Sunday, and Baker said, "All right, well, I'll just throw a bomb to Tez Johnson. No Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans, no Emeka Ibuka for a half. It's really incredible what this guy is out here doing, and you know, salute to him. He's an MVP. He's an MVP. Got to give credit where it's due. He's he's made me a good bit of money this year. He's one of my important fantasy leagues quarterbacks. So I've been counting on Baker Mayfield to produce, and he's been producing. So shout out to him. As we speak right now, it's looking like the Commanders are not going to cover unless Chicago is setting up for to go for a game winning touchdown or game winning field goal. So we'll see what happens there. But it's looking like Washington is not going to cover unless they block the field goal and run it back for a touchdown, like Philadelphia did against the Eagles in week 3 or whatever that was. Um, so I'm just gonna act like that's what's happening. I'm just gonna call it a foregone conclusion and get into Brandon's bets and we'll get out of here. So inexplicably, a 3-2 week should have been a 5-0 week, to be frank. This Commanders Bears game, Commanders fumbled. They If they didn't fumble, they might be able to get a field goal, cover the spread, but we'll start with that. Um yeah, looking like they're not gonna cover. Um should have, but it is what it is. I'm proud of Caleb. We got the video on the channel. It was a rough start to the season, right before week 1, that article coming out, long form article coming out that he's, possibly, dealing with some stuff, but so shout out to Caleb, whatever. It is what it is. Going back to Sunday, Cowboys, 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 Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys lost to the Panthers. They lost by 3. They were favored by 3 and lost by 3. Okay. I knew the Cowboys defense was bad. Didn't know it was bad enough to lose to the Panthers. Didn't know. Didn't know it was going to be that bad. Um Dak is still playing out of his mind. So shout out to him. I don't think I mean it obviously lost, but I don't think that was a bad bet, but you want to be on the other side of that. I guess shout out to the Panthers. Um yeah. This yeah. Commanders officially lost, so 2 I talked about. That was the 2 losses of the week. Commanders lost, Cowboys lost outright, both favored, both lost outright. But the winners of the week, Patriots -3 at the Saints. Believed in Drake May, believed in Mike Vrabel. Saints put up a good fight. Saints put up a good fight, but Patriots got it done like I thought they would. Drake May is is becoming he's becoming one of those good ones. He's becoming one of those good ones. But shout out to the Saints. I don't want to bet against the Saints that much anymore because it's too close. All of their games are too close for comfort. They play hard, they fight hard. They got a couple talented dudes on that team. So I'm gonna try to avoid them if I can. I'm not. I'm not gonna make that a hard and fast rule, but I'm gonna try to avoid them if I can. The next one, Bucks -3 against the Niners. Baker Mayfield once again, um, getting me paid, keeping you paid. So shout out to him. Appreciate him. Without, like I said, no Emeka Ibuka for the second half. No Chris Godwin. Mike Evans hasn't been there. Just throwing the dudes. No Bucky Irving. Rashad White taking a spot back, going crazy. That Bucks offense is a well-oiled machine, and like I said, Baker Mayfield, MVP, playing like a top 5 quarterback. Got to give credit where it's due. Thank you for that win. And of course, Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs -2.5 against the Lions. I told you if it's a reasonable number, I'm gonna bet the Chiefs. I'm gonna bet Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna believe in Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid, this Chiefs team has made me boatloads of money over the years since betting has been legal in Ohio. So I'm gonna keep rolling that train. But this week they play the Raiders, and that line isn't reasonable. It's a double-digit line. I don't like betting the favorites on double-digit lines, but I don't trust the Raiders to actually cover. So that's gonna be a stay away from me. Not gonna mess around with that this week, but we'll get more into that Friday. But tonight, today, Tuesday, you know, it is what it is. What it is. Appreciate Kansas City go ahead and give me that win. 3-2 week. 3-2. That would keep me 18 and 12, still 60%, still 60%. um I saw a, like, it was on my Twitter. I quote tweeted from the Ringer. The Ringer has 5 different shows making picks, none of them close to 60%, none of them close to 60%, but your boy is 60%. I'm keeping you at 60%. I'm giving you good info. I'm giving you good data to, have good Sundays and Mondays with. So tell your friends, you know, whatever you get, get on the train. Get on the train is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Get on the train, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your girlfriend, tell your homeboy, um, tell your dad, you know, stop listening to Bill Simmons and Cousin Sal. Come listen to your boy. I got 60% over here, and I'm gonna give you the good info. I'm gonna give you the good picks. So, but with that being said, appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until the next one, we'll see you.